In today's episode of Carbon's DIY Garage, I'm replacing the Serpentine Belt Tensioner on my 2011 Jeep Wrangler JKU, which has that 3.8-liter V6 engine. And later in the video, I'll explain how I decided that it actually needed to be replaced. First thing we need to do is get the belt off, and before you do that, I highly recommend you either take a picture or create a picture of the belt layout so that it's really easy reference for you to be able to put the belt back on. But once you've got that, I recommend a short extension on your 3/8 inch drive ratchet. Put the extension without a socket on it into the square hole in the tensioner. Push the ratchet down in a clockwise direction. That will move the pulley down and release tension on the belt, and then you should be able to pull the belt right on off. To remove the tensioner, you need a 16mm socket. I've got it on a short extension. Just unthread it. It shouldn't be torqued in there all that hard, and pull the tensioner off. And of course, if the engine's been running for a while, the tensioner and the bolts are probably pretty hot, so be careful. Use gloves if you need to. Show you the old tensioner. This is the back side of it that goes up against the engine. You can see there are two locating pins that go into the engine block, and they're different sizes. You really can't screw up getting this reinstalled because of the locating pins. So to reinstall it or to put a new one in, it is reverse of pulling it off. Line up the two pins, torque it down to 30 foot-pounds. It really is that straightforward. So now we'll use our handy dandy engine cheat sheet to reroute the belt. This is a good time to do an inspection of your belt too. If it looks worn or frayed or you haven't replaced it in a long time, now's a great place to do that. You need to go get one, of course. But once you have a new one or replacing the old one, go ahead and put it in, release the tension on the tensioner, and you should be in good shape. So once you've got the belt on, or you think that you do, make sure you do a thorough inspection and make sure that the belt is in the grooves where it goes over top of pulleys, that like on here on the water pump, that it's over top of the worn marks, that the belt is exactly where it was before you took it off. You want to make sure that it's not hopping out of any grooves, because that will obviously cause failure or damage to your belt, or if nothing else, have reduce the lifetime of it. But this one looks like it's really in good shape. So now we just need to turn the Jeep on, see if it runs, see if that noise is gone. Okay, so that noise is absolutely still there, exactly the same. So as much as I wish it was the tensioner, it sounds like it's not. So I'm going to have to keep troubleshooting on the Jeep and figure out what's going on. But now I guess I've got a video on how to replace the tensioner. So I showed you how to replace it. It's really simple and straightforward. So now I'm going to go show you on the diagnosis that I did to make me think and hope it was the tensioner. But clearly it's not. So anyway, on to the next part of this video.
So let's do a quick deep dive on why I'm replacing the tensioner versus something else that might be making that noise. How did I figure out it's probably the tensioner and what to do about it? So first I'm just going to look at the engine. So this is the steering pump pulley, this is the water pump pulley, this is the idler pulley, the alternator pulley, down there is the air conditioning pulley, and you see that the clutch is not engaged, so the air conditioner is not running, but the pulley is obviously spinning. Down here is the harmonic balancer and the crankshaft, and then this is the tensioner. Looking at everything, nothing is obviously off balance. Everything seems to be spinning properly, but when we go look at the tensioner, this thing is hopping around. And I honestly don't know what it looked like, say 2 months ago, but I don't think that just hopping around like that is normal, but I'm not exactly sure. But this is just maybe one strike against the tensioner. So the next thing to do is just listen to what everything sounds like the best you can without any special tools. So I'm just going to take my microphone and put it around at each of the pulleys and see if I can tell audibly without any tools if something seems obvious. So first, I'll go to the tensioner pulley, and then I'll go to the steering pump pulley, and then the water pump pulley, and then the idler pulley, and then the alternator pulley, and then the air conditioning compressor pulley, and finally the harmonic balancer and the crankshaft pulley.
Next thing I want to do is use some long extensions and maybe a screwdriver if I need to listen inside each of the rotating components to see if I can hear crunching noises of bad bearings. And really, you're listening for a smooth rotation sound. Everything's going to sound a little bit different, but basically you're looking for smooth, consistent sounds, not skipping, grinding, or crunching. And you do that for all the rotating pieces, being very careful to not get your tool or hands or anything into the belt or the rotating parts. For the steering pump pulley, I listen to the steering pump itself on the body of the steering pump as close as I can to the pulley. And you can hear the mechanical noises of the pump inside as well, but again, you're looking for consistently smooth noises. The same's true for the alternator, listening to the body of the alternator, listening to see if those bearings are doing okay inside the alternator. On the idler pulley and on the tensioner, I'm listening on the bolt that holds those pulleys onto the block. For the water pump, I'm listening for, again, right up next to, on the water pump body. For the water pump, I'm listening as best I can on the water pump body itself, right near the pulley. For the air conditioning pulley, I'm trying to listen on the center bolt of the pulley itself. And then on the crank bolt, I'm trying to listen near that as well. So based on what I'm hearing, the sounds like there's something going on over here near the steering pump or the tensioner. That's where the noise is the loudest. When I use the extensions listening to the inside of the steering pump, it sounds perfectly normal, very smooth. Listening on the tension spring arm on the bolt of the tensioner, everything sounds smooth as well. It's hard to get any real sound samples off of the pulley side of the tensioner because it's bouncing around so much. It does sound a bit rough. But again, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be bouncing around like that anyway. But it sounds like it's in this area. And the simplest thing to do is just to replace the tensioner versus the power steering pump pulley and see if that solves the problem. But one last thing I want to do first, now that I've got the belt off, I couldn't really get a good read on the harmonic balancer down there. And there's a seal and obviously bearings down there as well. I don't think that's the problem, but I'm going to run the engine for a short amount of time. There's no water pump running without the belt, so don't run it for a long period of time. I want to see if the noise is still there with the belt off, and if it is, then it's probably in the crank pulley, and I really don't want that to be the case, but I need to make sure that it's not. Okay, and with the pulley off, there's no weird noises or anything up here, so that exonerates the harmonic balancer and the crank pulley, which is great news there. So it's one of these two things, steering pump or tensioner. Tensioner is way easier to do, and it's most likely the cause of the problem. So at this point, I need to just replace the tensioner, put a different one on there, and see if that solves the noise problem. If the noise is still there, then it's going to be the steering pump, which will be a different video on a different day. But let's get at replacing the tensioner, and that's actually at the beginning of the video. So hopefully this video is useful and helpful, either showing you how to replace the tensioner and that's all you care about, or showing you why I got to deciding to replace the tensioner. But either way, if you watched it this far, I really appreciate it. The channel, I'm trying to grow it. It's a really tough challenge, so any support you can give me, a thumbs up, subscription, even financially supporting the channel using super thanks or buymeacoffee.com. All of that stuff is really helpful. Leaving comments, I try to get to the comments as much as I can. And of course, all the information about torques and parts and everything is in the video description too. So thanks for supporting. Thanks for watching. And until the next video, you all take care and have a good one.